Today I want to talk about a question that I get all the time, and I know it's something that you've been thinking too if you're about to add somebody new to your team. Hey, Josh Turner here, founder and CEO of Linked Selling, and what I want to talk to you about today is the option that you have if you're going out to look for a new employee. Because what I hear from people all the time is, should I go out and should I find some badass hired gun that's got all the experience I need so I can just bring them in and plug them in and they're just off to the races and they're crushing it and I can be doing what I want and I can trust them to do what they want and it's awesome, right? Or do I go out and find somebody that's going to be less expensive, less experienced, a little more green, and groom them up into my company? And it's a question I get a lot from a lot of people, and as my company has grown, we've gone from a few people to 25 people in the last couple of years, and it's one that we've wrestled with as well. And I'll tell you what our experience has been, and it's something that I have seen from so many other people, and that is that along the journey of going from a few $100,000 in revenue to a few million in revenue, your team's going to grow a lot. And your team might grow a lot going from 50,000 in revenue to a few 100,000 in revenue. All our businesses are different. But what I've seen from so many companies that I work with is that the top leadership, the top people in a lot of businesses that are small businesses like ours and like yours, they aren't hired guns. Often the top people, and I can say that all the top people in my company are people that really kind of started at the ground floor with us and have been with us a long time, and it's taken a little bit of time for them to gain that experience and get up to that level. But now they're just so ingrained in our culture, so ingrained in just the work we do and what we do, and just so on board for our company's mission that I really wouldn't have it any other way. Now, at the same time, where our company is at right now, we're presented with a different dilemma to where speed to market matters. And you might be thinking, but Josh, I don't have time to groom people for a year or 2 years. I need to plug someone into this position now that's going to really be awesome. And that's something that we're wrestling with a lot right now too, to be candid with you. And one of the strategies that we're using is to basically take people through trials, right? So we have some new positions that we're looking to bring on into our company. Some really senior marketing type positions, some really senior sales type positions, and so by the way, if you're interested in any of those, reach out to us. But instead of taking the gamble that we're going to go out and just throw a bunch of money at somebody and that they're just going to work out, we're working with them on more of a contract temporary basis for the first couple months. So almost on like a project basis to really get a feel for if it's the right fit for both of us. And that way we're not committing to some big salary and some big long-term expectation of them being with us for years, and we get to kind of test the water and see if it's the right fit. So as you're exploring those different options for your business, I would really encourage you to think about it that way. I love the concept of not just hiring people after you talk to them one time in an interview, but kind of giving them a trial where you're going to say, okay, let's do this 90-day project together. And you can hire them full time for those 90 days, but you go into it with just a candid, transparent, open conversation that, look, let's work on this project together for 90 days and let's see if it's a fit for us working together. I think it's a great way to go about it when you're looking to hire more senior, experienced people. Because I've heard from a lot of people that have done this. They have bigger companies, they're people that are doing 30, 40 million a year in revenue, and a lot of them have said the same thing. They've said, Josh, I've gone out and I've tried to hire the $200,000 person to run my marketing team, and it just never quite works out. The resume doesn't stack up to what we see when that person walks through the door. Now, every situation is not going to be like that. You might go out and hit a home run like that. Obviously, there's some superstars out there that you can bring into your company, but there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, and I hope that this gives you a few different frameworks to consider when you're doing that for your company.